NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live second round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Good look at the green. Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there, and yep, good thing too. He's actually putting well. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday, and another opportunity on the way. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. So we started with a short par 4, then the par 5 second, now a par 3 here at the third, Frank.
Got an L-shaped green just protected by that bunker on the right, so be very careful where that flag's located.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. Great, too.
Beautiful. All right, Frank, chance to flex the muscles now. Drivable par 4.
Yeah, only 287 yards to that front right of the green. Just under 300 yards all up. Really, if you can't drive the ball on the green, the front bunker's not bad, or just over the back on the right, but well worth a go. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. He's perfect and in the hole. What a shot. Here now with a par 4 fourth, and at just 298 yards. That's right, under 300 yards and a par 4.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing. Moved down in the rough.
About 120 yards to the hole. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Setting himself up for a good weekend, the wily golf instructor makes his birdie. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 sixth.
Just hit your tee shot in between those two trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball in the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frankie, just love the variety of holes here at TPC Boston. Now we get to the 7th. It's a 600-yard par 5.
It looks straight away, but the problem is if you don't hit a good tee shot, then you really have to be aware of that cross bunker. That is one place you don't want to go with your second shot. That was nuclear.
Thinking man's game, golf.
It certainly is.
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field, too. We've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
Hole number 8 now, 213 yards in length, a par 3. And Frank, what can we expect?
Really narrow at the front of the screen. A lot of mounding. Ball normally kicks towards the left. One place you don't want to go, though, is that left bunker. The bunker shot's all downhill from there.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers.
That one came right off the meat of the bat. He really laid into that.
More than got a piece of that.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Solid play, heart of the green. Okay, no problem with that one. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. How good has the swing tempo been?
Has not lost it since the first hole, Rich. I think that's been the key to the round. Started with that rhythm, even though the winds were out there. The winds haven't abated, and neither has that rhythm.
Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11th.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
Really solid stroke.
Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit two of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of sixes here over the years.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second from an excellent lie. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. And golf is not about perfect. Right? It's going to hurt the course.
In for par. On the tee now at another par 4, the 13th. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, it looks like it's a dogleg right, but ideally you want to keep that tee shot down the left, and you don't want to leave any of it behind. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards. Another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, you tip your Hogan visor to this player because early on it appeared as though this one was headed way off the tracks.
Well, it was. And to stop the round and tune it back, and now look like he's playing even better than ever. It took some doing.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's a good shot right there, about 15 feet away, and a good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance. Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Frank, fishing is a nice sport, just not at this hole.
Yeah, a little left here, you'll be more than fishing, that's for sure. Now, there's a little mound on the right side. It's about twice the size of a coffee table. When the flag's there, you need your...
This one has a chance to be close. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank almost at the house, but still some work to do. 412-yard par 4 17th.
Yeah, just poke something down that right side. Really, it's the second shot. You've got to worry about that big mound in the middle of the green. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. In for birdie. On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see, course record 61. What can you do here?
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Missed the fairway in the fairway bunker now.
It's not all gloom and doom, though. Lip isn't too high. A good swing here still shouldn't be a problem.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. You love to watch him disappear, don't you? Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that putt bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. 10-foot putt left.
Great start.
Par 5 second hole, 540 yards. Birdie opportunity, Frank.
Birdie or eagle, but that second shot all the way across water. So you're going to have to hit a good tee shot to go for this par 5 and 2. Rich, there's such a big advantage. You tee it up on a peg there. It should be an easy shot. But remember, this is the most powerful club in the bag. This is the one that you have to nail out of the middle of club face.
Demonstrating there and really all day that he is one of the best drivers of the golf ball in the sport. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, that is a perfectly played hole. That's an eagle. Now to the third hole. It's a par 3. What are we looking at, Frank?
Well, really, just keep your eyes away from that bunker on the right. That sort of snags many a golf ball.
I like the looks of this one. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. These putts keep the round together. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, as a commentator, as a fan of the game, 3 words that I love in golf. Drivable, par 4, here we go.
Yeah, some might say risk reward. Just look at that bunker on the left at the front of the green, because that's a great place to miss if you're not going to drive this green. Either that or just over the back right. But a par 4, that's definitely worth taking the head cover off.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 5th hole, beefy at 466 yards. What's the best way to attack here?
Well, it's a gentle dogleg left, Rich. That first bunker really doesn't come into play on the right side. The one on the left is the one you've got to be cognizant of. Get something a little right of that, you'll have second shot around 160, 170 yards there.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Good putt. Ready now at the 6th. It is a tricky 465 yards.
If you're a long hitter. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
Hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that hole location. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. And getting ready for the putt. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. 7th hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Now the third shot at the par 5. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Coming off the long par 5 7th, now a par 3, 213 yards. What's the 8th hole all about?
Another hole that picks with the same theme. Really want to fly this nice and high. That narrow part at the front of the green really is to be avoided unless the flag is there.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Well, it was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the 9th?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. And he has it for birdie. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Good looking shot right here. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. This one just requires a little bit of focus. But that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, here at the 11th, that is a massive bunker guarding the front right side of this green.
And every now and again, a tee shot plugs in there, making that second shot just absolutely horrible.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot Now we'll have this for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit two of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of sixes here over the years.
Great line. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. TPC Boston, home to the Deutsche Bank Championship. Frank, this is one of only 4 FedEx Cup playoff events on the PGA Tour, so this is a prestigious championship.
And especially with that Monday finish, this is the one event that really does suit the long hitters. But when the points start to increase, it certainly becomes extremely important.
Everybody loves them. Birdie on the car. Back-to-back par 4s here at TPC Boston. Set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across. On for a little extra. Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Wow, smoked that tee shot. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Right in the heart. Back here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to...
Careful of here, Frank.
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
And drops it in. Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between. That's an absolute beauty.
About 99 yards to the hole. Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tie for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, who are the best putters you've ever seen, and what did they do that made them so effective?
Well, there was always the Crenshaws that putted beautifully, but the best when it comes down to it, the Tiger Woodses and the Jack Nicklauses, the ones that made them when they had to.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. This is all over it.
Dude, he just made an ace. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing the lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to save it for the rest of the round.
Mark that as a birdie on the card. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Second shot. Surely not.
Had a birdie here yesterday in their close. Great opportunity for another one. And getting ready for the putt. Just misses.
Yeah, great effort. A little too strong. Didn't take the break.
He's got a birdie chance now coming back. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Birdie try again here today.
Great start.
Frank, they renovated the par 5 second back in 2010. What'd they do to the hole, and how does it play now?
Well, they changed the green, especially the left side. There's a huge mound there now. It's still a driver off the tee, but before you could bail out on the left side, you can't bail out anymore. It's a devilish of a chip over that mound.
Those chocolate drop mounds give the course a really nice look.
Yeah, they just pop. And you can see them, and you know that they're problematic.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but he's well on the cards.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. And it is down for an eagle. Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going.
That was a solid strike and a good result. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
All right, Frank, now at the fourth hole, this is a chance to flex the muscles. It's a drivable four.
It is. Well worth the go, but just be careful. If you flare one a little right, just right of those three bunkers, there's a little bit of a hazard.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par four with a drive in one.
Good read, good line. Well played.
Frank, now a beefed up par four. This is the fifth, 466 yards long.
Prettiest hole on the golf course. Nice, gentle dogleg left. There's a bunker down the left side about 300 yards, and then there's a run out at 350.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. So going well up the hill to that green, we'll need to take an extra club here. Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. All right, Frank, now to the sixth hole. It's a 465-yard par four. What are the keys?
Well, it's framed beautifully by the trees just in front of the tee, so you know exactly where you're trying to go down there. Two little bunkers on the right if you stray a little right, and if you stray a little left, you might just make it to the water.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Second shot, good look at the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Score that, a birdie. This is a pretty sizable par five here, Frank, the seventh.
But it's reachable. There's some mounds down there. If you keep it down the right side, hopefully that tee shot can kick it a little forward. And then that green, angled at about 45 degrees, very reachable. This has exploded off the club face.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good chance at one. Yesterday, don't forget, these putts keep the round together. Well, that was a bold effort at eagle there, Frank.
Oh, you got to applaud him there, though. You're going for eagle, there's no way he was going to leave it short.
That's the idea. Just knock it in. Hole number 8 now, 213 yards in length, a par 3. And Frank, what can we expect?
Really narrow at the front of this green. A lot of mounding. Ball normally kicks towards the left. One place you don't want to go, though, is that left bunker. The bunker shot's all downhill from there.
Frank, he's knocking them down and picking them up.
Oh, it's just taking pins out, one after the other.
11 feet away. Chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those 2 bunkers are, and that's sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the 9th?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole today.
Trying to make yet another birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Good looking shot right here. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Frank, here at the 11th, that is a massive bunker guarding the front right side of this green.
And every now and again, a tee shot plugs in there, making that second shot just absolutely horrible.
That would be a great look at birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. And he has it for birdie. Moving on now to the 12th, and Frank, describe this hole for us.
Sneaky good par 4. It's long enough, so that 450, 460 mark, bends a little to the left. Really, you want to be in the middle of the fairway here because that second shot with the green just tilting towards the hazard. One of the toughest second shots you have on the golf course. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Shouldn't be a problem here. Good putt. On the tee now at another par 4, the 13th. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, it looks like it's a dogleg right, but ideally you want to keep that tee shot down the left, and you don't want to leave any of it behind. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, We'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. He's made it. Back-to-back par fours here at TPC Boston, set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. This is a good-looking shot. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green, and it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Mark a birdie on the card. Frank almost at the house, but still some work to do. 412-yard par 4 17.
Yeah, just poke something down that right side. Really, it's the second shot. You've got to worry about that big mound in the middle of the green.
Frank, that is position A.
The tee shot was like silk, Rich, and he just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Really solid stroke.
On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see. Of course, he's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. And from the fairway for his second shot here. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move Putt for eagle coming up. Simple, solid, he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
That has to feel so good. A big championship victory. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Excellent looking shot here.
Oh, it's perfect. That is a huge opening tee shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. That looked doomed for that.
Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Back to the action here at the second. It's a par 3, demanding hole, Frank, isn't it?
Longest par 3 on the golf course. Slightly downhill, but you need every advantage here. It requires your best.
This one looks right on point. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Player knows they're on the move with that.
Very volatile right now.
Now to the par 4 third. Picturesque and difficult hole, Frank.
It might be picturesque, but it's certainly not for the faint of heart. This is going to take your best swing.
Water all down the left side. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Watches that one go in as well to get to -3 for the championship. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the fourth. Frank, I've been impressed with the play to this point early in the round.
It's solid without being spectacular, and that's actually a huge compliment.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
And it makes the green in regulation. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good birdie right there, moving to third place on the leaderboard. Now to the fifth hole, and off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you see two different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. In the greenside bunker, Frank, little bit of a problem. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's full melody now.
That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
Series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Frank, what's the thinking here as you step to the tee at the signature hole, the long par 5, 6th hole?
Well, the longer hitters can go at that big pine tree. Then it's reachable. It's going for a little extra.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Long just meant longer.
That, Frank, is position A.
Wouldn't you like to have that in your bag every day?
Love it. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Good swing, good shot yet again. How about that terrific approach shot, setting up a makeable eagle putt? Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, I thought he had that.
Hole's 4 1/4 inches. Could have done with one lot slightly bigger.
So a tester from 4 feet. Goes to 6 under par for the tournament. What a display of golf. Well, you're breathing a sigh of relief. Your round wasn't sunk at the par 5, 6th, and now you come to this par 3. It's just a little under 200 yards.
Yeah, aiming at the middle of the green's not a bad thing here, Rich. You can always putt to the corners and have a birdie chance.
You take 3 and walk off this hole to the 8th?
Well, you could get a little greedy. A tee shot in the middle of this green is not too bad. You'll still have a birdie putt.
It has been a ball-striking clinic today, hitting one green after the next. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration. Setting himself up for a good weekend, the wily golf instructor makes his birdie. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th, and Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee. The hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left, and yet the green goes the other way. I tell you, there's long and long, and that, with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That is classy.
Well, a chance of going in.
It's a big putt right here for birdie. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Getting set now over the putt. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not. Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570-odd yards, tee it high, let it fly.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. but then I guess you're allowed that in this game. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Well, we've seen this before today, in the bunker. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Love it with a nice splash out of the bunker. It lands softly and just runs out right next to the hole. Beautiful shot. Drops it in for birdie. Par 4 13th, Frank, you've played it on a number of occasions. How do you attack this hole?
Really one of the shortest on the golf course, but this is a fool's paradise here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip side too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water. This is a good-looking shot. Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Fourteenth hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already. At the 15th hole now at Bay Hill, this is a massive dogleg, Frank.
Yeah, if you're a Bubba Watson type player and you can move the ball around, you can move it left to right, that'll certainly help the tee shot. If you're average Joe, though, just hit it down the left. Take your medicine.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Well, this is how you build a good round, Frank. You just keep hitting greens. He's made it. Now at the 15th, big dog leg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
Really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side. What a great shot.
Short grass. Frank into the finishing stretch now, and really a good chance to make something happen.
Big swing hole here, 16, very reachable, but consequently too, you've got to hit a great second shot. They've changed this green, especially that left side, left and short. You're going to come back to the water, but such a great reward for a nice, cool, high-hanging second shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, par 3 17. Daunting shot. What are you thinking as you step onto this tee?
Just make 3. 2 is a huge bonus. Take 3 in a heartbeat. In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
And getting ready for the putt. Well, that's how you keep a round going. Make putts just like that. Frank, how'd you like to be a rookie? You're going up against, at the time, the greatest player in the game, the great white shark, Greg Norman, and you hole a 7-iron to win a tournament?
Well, all you had to do was look at the expression on Norman's face as that ball landed and went in.
What did he hit there?
7-iron.
This drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. Playing this par 4, still not on. Lost that one out of bounds, and that is a costly stroke. Now this will be counted as the 4th shot after going OB on that previous shot. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
This to surrender, only 1 shot. That's a bogey.
You don't often see people start that quickly.